Okay, John, my manager Luke Garrard, after a 2-2 draw away to Fylde. Obviously, Luke, a point on the road, but is there a bit of disappointment that you could have got more today?
Should have got more, I'll be honest with you. The spell we had, especially in the second half, for large periods, I believe we need to put them to the sword. We married up 2 halves for the first time in a season. I can't question the boys' application, attitude, desire to go and put on a performance. And it played out, and we're boards going up with 5 minutes to play. We're trying to get Stevo on the pitch, trying to get us a little bit more defensively solid, but you can't legislate for the clearance. Frustrating because it hits the boys sat on the floor and it ricochets back into their favour. So huge frustration. It's 2 points dropped. That's the frustration, because I genuinely feel that we had enough to go and win a game of football, and that wasn't the case this season.
Yeah, obviously created a lot of chances in that second half. Once you got the second goal, is there almost a bit of frustration that you didn't go on and get a few more?
You listen, you leave a team or give a 1-goal deficit with any team in this division, you give them an opportunity to go and get an equaliser, which they did, and obviously then it lifts them and they go and have a last 2 minutes to try and go and get the winner. I think we've got to have more killer in the final third. I think I said it to the group after the game. I congratulated them for a great performance, but we're in a results business, and frustrating that we haven't managed to go and take an additional 2 points, because I genuinely feel that we've come here and we deserve 3 points. But look, well done to the group, brilliant. Like you said, a point on the road. Our away form isn't too bad. It's just that the 2 18-yard boxes are massive, and we weren't good enough in either tonight to put them to the sword and have our clinicality in terms of our clearances.
Yeah, do you think that's almost a small margin? Is just those almost just sorting out those small margins, and you've actually almost clicked into a bit of form?
Yeah, look, I think the second half against Aldershot was very productive. Again, we didn't kill them with any of our quality in the final third. We had a load of entries today. Erica was pinned back slightly in the first half, and we sort of managed the game, and the ascendancy went in our favour, and Erica started to have more of an advanced position in the second half, pinning down their fullback, and you see with his quality going in that we go and get the second goal. But I think Marshy does fantastic on his front play. He puts it on the plate for Enlove, and I said Enlove doesn't feel the same, that I think he's got to score. You're inside the 6-yard box or the post for sure, and yes, he gets a last-ditch challenge, but I don't think that we need to take the additional touch. And them things are frustrating. We tried to get Dave Stevens on slightly earlier, but obviously they had a passage of play that kept the ball in play, so we couldn't do the sub, which was frustrating, because I do feel he probably wouldn't have got down the outside of us being Kyron Gordon initially. But again, I can't question the group. It's 2 goals on the road. We got our first goal in the first half. And like I said, I think that's one of the best performances we've had across the 2 halves this season.
Yeah, and another positive note, I remember in the pre-match you mentioned having Angelo back, and if you can marry up his games, another 2 goals from him tonight. How impressed were you with his performance?
So I'm going to say it's probably about 190 odd minutes of football. So he's averaging a goal every 60 minutes. We knew what he would bring to the group. We know what his stats are. His finish in the second was excellent. We spoke about flashes and putting the balls across the face and pullbacks, because they got Obi and Graham, 2 giants along the back line. So we needed to ensure that was in and around their feet, which they did. Angelo brings a calmness. He's a clever footballer. He communicates really well in the forward areas. And yeah, for me, to get 3 goals out of him already in 190 odd minutes is a fantastic return.
Yeah, and on Saturday we look to Ebbsfleet, another trip on the road. What's your week going to look like now for the players and getting ready for that one?
Have to cater it again. Obviously, we've got a full bench there. We're hopeful David Agbontoma will be back available, which is a massive plus. Jammer's knocking on the door. We're hopeful that we got potentially 1, maybe 2 in the building. We are looking to recruit to add to this group. And yeah, it's a positive week. Look, we wanted 3 points. We're desperate for 3 points. I think we tried ever so hard to get 3 points. I can't question the performance tonight. Most definitely can't question the individuals. What I can question is the clinicality in both boxes. But again, the boys leave everything out there, and we need to ensure that they recover. It's probably a 3 a.m. arrival back to the club. Then they got to be in on Thursday. We'll go and have a second day recovery and in prep for Ebbsfleet. I've watched them against Altrincham, and I believe they played again this evening. I'm not sure how they got on. But for me, it's about what we do. If we perform like that across the 90, we're a match for anyone in the division.